Have you ever been in a cycle where you've won at something, where you've done well at something, and you lay your foot off the gas after because you feel like you've done it? You're amazing, you're incredible, your ego gets inflated, all good things are happening, oh, it's only up from here. And then after a while, you never truly get to see that version that you wanted to be because you got too caught up in that win and you got so complacent that you didn't even try and try again. You didn't even go again because you were so complacent. Your ego took over, your mind took over, you thought you were too good. It's easy to fall into this, and I've been in that trap before. I've had this time and time before in all different areas of my life. And it's a bit crazy for me to say this because you lot probably don't know me, but overall I've had different areas of that in my life, whether it's with this channel, whether it's with relationships, whether it's with the gym and all these different areas. You get so complacent with what you've achieved because you've got a bit of success. You've got a bit of success, so you're going to be complacent because of it. Because I'm so good, my ego's so good, and then it takes something to crush you down to reality for you to learn from that thing. It happens, and it's a part of our lives overall, and it's part of my life that I've had to learn this as well. Don't get too caught up in your wins. Don't get too caught up in your wins, and don't think you're better than you are for winning at something. Because at the end of the day, we want a win, and we know we can win anyway. So when we have a win, take the gratitude for it, don't get me wrong. Be positive about it, be happy for it, have a bit of gratitude. Don't get too caught up in the idea that you're amazing and you're incredible and all this. Because it's so easy to get egotistical and over the top with your wins. Let's look at the perspective of rappers who get famous really quick. How many rappers you know who get famous, beforehand they look like a geek, they look like a dick, and then they get a bit famous, and then they are wearing all these shades, Rolexes, all these different things, chains, all this, and they just got so much more confidence and everything, they think they're amazing. And then they treat people terribly, and then their career slowly goes down. How many rappers do you know? And I know you lot can think of this. You and me have to understand, when we start winning at stuff, and when we get little wins, don't let your ego take over. Don't let your ego take over. It's so easy to do that. I've had so many areas where I've done that, and I thought I'm better than that. It takes something to break you down to reality. And when you get broken down back to reality, it's hard, it's crushing, it makes you feel terrible. But you need that. You need a balanced mindset with this stuff. You need to understand that you need to be positive and you need to work towards and better yourself. And you're never truly as good and as amazing as you think you are, you know? And I've fell into so many times of this in my life, and it's not a good trait to have, is it? Where you think that you're better than you are at times. And this is me being a bit honest with you. I've had situations like that where I thought I was better than I was. But the reality is you don't work as hard then when you think you're so good and you think you're amazing. And some of you may probably can't relate, and some of you probably can relate. You get a bit of wins and you start thinking you're better than you are. You start thinking you're amazing. And then it goes down. But we don't want to get too caught up in it. Understand, there's still work to do even when you win. There's still work to do. And you've got to be consistent and still trying to win. And winning and losing is part of the process anyway. It's part of the process, and I've been in the process of winning and losing all the time. But now I understand I'm going to win in certain areas if I'm consistent and if I keep trying. Of course I'm going to win. But don't get too caught up in that, and keep trying and keep striving. It's important. It's important to keep striving. I don't know what's up with the weather today, man. Honestly. But it's important to keep striving. It really is. Because when you keep striving and when you keep trying, you're going to experience more wins. If you get complacent and if you fall back and you think you're amazing, you're not going to get many wins. You're not going to get really any more wins because you're not trying and you're not being honest with yourself where you could be better. We always got to have a mindset of understanding where we can be better. We're never too good to not be better. We never are. And that's the message I want you lot to understand in this video. Don't be complacent, and always understand you can always be better in areas and you can always get better in areas. Don't let your ego take over, because your ego taking over is a negative mindset to be in, and it's going to lead to negativity because you're going to treat people worse. You're not going to be as good as yourself. And I don't want you lot in that position. Overall. And I want you lot to understand, strive to win, yeah? Strive to win. And it's what I do. I try to win out a lot of stuff I do. But understand that just don't be complacent when it comes, and don't think you're better than you are. Don't have a higher sense of how important you are and all this, because a lot of times you're a human being anyway who interacts with people. You're not that good. Let's be real. You're not that good overall. But it's important because then you can relate to people better and you can feel better in yourself. And don't think you're better than anyone. Don't think you're better than anyone. Just understand people are in different circumstances. There's people who's ahead of you in regards to a financial sense, a spiritual sense, a habit sense, and there's also people who are a bit behind in that, and that's 100% fair. We're all on different journeys, we're all on different timelines, we're all doing different things. But understand, when you win, don't get too caught up. Don't get too caught up in it, and understand how you can keep winning, drawing that, and keep your head down and keep trying for this. Of course, enjoy the things. Enjoy it to an extent, of course. But don't get too complacent and don't think you're too good. Don't think you're too good. And it's easy when you start getting in better shape, and when you start maybe getting a bit more attraction from women because you're in better shape, you look a bit better, your body looks a bit better, your face looks a bit leaner. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you're amazing, thinking you're so good and all this. But overall, when you remove that external validation from that thing, when you remove that external validation from whatever's happening, when you remove that, what are you like then? What are you like then when you remove that external validation? What are you truly like? It's important to ask yourself, what do you have then when you remove the external validation? Are you still happy in yourself, or are you still grateful for yourself? Are you still doing as well as you thought you were? And the answer probably is no. And of course we need a level of external validation, but understand, don't be complacent and don't get too caught up in your wins, because if you get too caught up in there, in your past wins, you can stay there, and you're going to stay there, and you're going to stay there, and you're going to think you're too good. Understand that you can win again, try again. Understand that losing is part of the process. Losing is part of the process. And understand that it all takes time, it all takes effort, and it's all part of the parcel. But don't let your ego take over. And that's over all the messages today. Don't let your ego take over. Don't think you're better than you are. It's easy to do that, and I've been there time and time again with stuff. It's easy to let your ego take over, think you're amazing, think you're incredible. But overall, that doesn't help you. Understand that we're all in this boat of life. There's all amazing things we can help each other with and better each other with. And understand that you, overall, are pretty much similar to other people. And understand that no one's better than each other, but it takes time and it takes effort to get to a better situation in yourself. And understand that you can always better yourself. And don't get too caught up in your wins. I hope you lot got some type of value in that video. It's all been over the place, but I know there's some message in that. So like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for all love recently. It means the world. Thank you.